Hey everybody, I'm going to re-record this because it looks like we had some technical difficulties. So when I was going through comments on my Facebook page the other day, somebody asked me to chronicle what I do around flare-ups, how I deal with flare-ups. And I thought that's a really interesting question. I wanted to address that today, and I'm going to continue in another Facebook Live in a couple of days. So hi everybody, I'm Ricki Heller from rickiheller.com. I help women on restricted diets learn to love their food again so that they can eat well, let their bodies heal, and move on to live the best life they possibly can. And so I think this is such a really important question, because what that made me think was, yes, of course, I'm happy to share what I do, but the fact is, how I deal with my diet or how I use supplements to counter a flare up is really specific to me. And it probably isn't going to be that relevant for most of you out there. Like I said, I'm happy to share, but I think for each person that's very specific, and really often is just going back to the original level of whatever it was you were doing. So if it's for me like a candida diet, it's going back to stage 1. But I think what is much more important to help you get over that hurdle of a flare-up goes on up here. And as an example, a couple of weeks ago, I started feeling unwell. I wasn't sure what it was. I ended up having to go to my MD medical doctor, who I almost never see. And eventually I worked with my naturopathic doctor and my medical doctor. We got things sorted out. I'm going to get some tests. We'll figure out what's going on. However, what allowed me to get through the hump of the period where all of those symptoms were flaring up and I was feeling horrible. And this wasn't candida related, as a matter of fact. And I think for so many of us these days, after having been through a pandemic for so long, we are just feeling worn out, we're spent, we're mentally overwhelmed, and that can lead to a lot of negativity, which can affect your physical health. So that's the first thing I think that is so important to realize, is that the way you're thinking about it is actually feeding into the illness. The more negative you are, the less that's going to help you. And studies have shown in many areas that optimists are happier, of course, because they're optimistic. They're always taking a more optimistic viewpoint. However, they also are healthier and they also are more successful at work. And one of the studies that I was really fascinated by was one from the University of Sydney, where they studied a bunch of people to see if optimists healed faster after illness, specifically in this case, cancer treatment. And the answer was yes. So the way your sort of outlook on the world and the way you think and feel can actually impact how quickly you get over illness. So I think that's imperative, that even if we're feeling down when we have these flare-ups, we must find a way to pull ourselves up and back into that positive stratosphere, right? Like get into the realm of positive thinking. And so the question is, of course, I'm sure you're asking, how do you do that? And so that's what I'm going to share next time. I have 3 specific tactics that I use this time around, that I use with clients, that can help you make that leap. But the first thing to realize is, when you are in that negative mindset, to acknowledge it, realize it, and understand that you need to do whatever you possibly can to get out of that, because that is not helping you heal. So for me to focus on, oh no, I can't go out today because I don't feel good, or I feel too fatigued to do my work today, or whatever it may be, that is not actually helping me get better. Now, I'm not talking about severe illness where you literally, possibly like a broken leg or something. I'm not going to say get up and go dancing. But if you have symptoms that are debilitating and interfere with your normal life to the extent that this has happened before and this is a cycle and you're constantly focused on it, then that's when you need to take action to make that change. And I would say, even in a critical situation, somebody who's been in an accident and has a broken leg, positive thinking and a positive attitude is actually going to help you heal faster too, even in those cases. And there have been examples of that as well. So I hope that helps. What I'd love for you to do between now and next time is, in the comments below, let me know, do you feel that negativity has affected your health in any way? And also, if you've been able to get yourself away from that negativity and back into the realm of positive thinking, let us know how you did that. So share with the other viewers so that they can get something positive out of that too. So I'm going to come back in a couple days. I am going to share my 3 strategies that can help you get over that hurdle. But for now, I just wanted you to start thinking about that and realize that being negative and focusing on the illness is not going to be very useful in the long run. All right, everybody, if you'd like help around how to permanently change the way you eat, you can start with my free guide, 3 simple shifts to stick with it right now. And that is at rickiheller.com/3 simple shifts, the number 3 and the words simple shifts. And that'll give you some ideas on how to start sticking with your healthy eating plan. All right, everybody, I will see you next time. Take care.